I went to the front, and the other brother made me do my shahada in front of everyone. And the first guy that came up and gave me a kiss and a hug was Uncle Dawood, who was the Hello Brother victim, who was one of the first to die at the entrance. I'll try my best not to get emotional this time, but I remember he gave me 2 kisses on my cheek and he said welcome, and he gave me a huge hug as if I was his son. Kia ora, assalamu alaikum. My name's Tyla Hunt. I am from Christchurch, New Zealand, and Al-Noor Mosque was my mosque and my community. I converted in Al-Noor Mosque, nearly 10 years ago, nearly. Unfortunately, 2 of our family members passed away, Talha and Uncle Naeem. We didn't hear from them on their phones for 2 or 3 days, and we thought they were just injured. But it's the more hours that went by, the more we thought the inevitable happened. I was in Melbourne, Australia at the time. I went to go visit my sister with my wife, and we got a text from our father-in-law literally like 20 minutes before Jummah prayer. And he said, no matter where you are in the world, make sure you pray Jummah. So he said that text, and for some reason, it sort of felt quite eerie to me. And to my wife. We were driving to a train station, so he never sends those kinds of texts. Fast forward 20 minutes, and we started getting phone calls from the other side of the world saying, are you okay? Is everything okay? And we said, what do you mean? Then we started seeing pictures. We started logging into the news, and I think the video turned up at that same time. And I told my wife, I said, Saba, don't open your phone. Don't look at it. Don't do anything, because I saw it, unfortunately. I saw pretty much everything that happened. Now, there's another thing that was really traumatic, obviously burying your brothers and sisters, burying people that you know, that you've prayed next to, that you've talked to, that you've eaten with. You saw just grave after grave after grave after grave, and it was really, really tough to see that. 51 families just like that, just done. That was probably the hardest part, was obviously burying my wife's cousin and uncle, but also burying friends and family that we knew, that were close to us, because the Muslim community is quite tight in Christchurch. He doesn't deserve any time of my being. He doesn't deserve any time of day. He is literally, a speck of dirt has more substance or significance than him. So that's how I feel. He was a New Zealander, and it's not the way that New Zealanders think. The real problem is the white supremacist ideal, where these people are empowered to be able to do things that they want to do. We see that all the time in America, for example. We see that, everywhere. And unfortunately, they're looked at as mentally unstable, or, you hear this all the time. If it was a brown person, for example, and we all know this, he'd be classed as a terrorist from day dot. So Jacinda, our Prime Minister, has created funds to uplift the community, the Muslim community, post-attack, but also to help them in the long run. Mashallah, there's a lot of good things going on at the moment. It's just a matter of time. And the world has also been amazing in terms of helping us out with all of that stuff too. We need to go out and actually actively take it to be able to help for our community. In terms of social reform, political reform, systemic changes in education, because one thing that white supremacy wants to do is it wants to tell minorities that you are dumb, you can't study, you have no idea, go do a trade because you're too dumb to even be at the table with me. And that's one thing people need to understand, is you're not too dumb. You are intelligent. You can do whatever you like. And that's one thing I really want the Muslim community to know, is you can do it. Don't say you can't, because you can, inshallah.